Do you know that your smallest actions can be your biggest battle? For me, that battle was picking up my phone call. It wasn't just any call, it was that call I almost did not make. And that call ended up changing my life. For some people, they love to call for hours. They love to chat for hours. But for me, dialing a number usually feels like climbing the hardest mountain. And whenever I pick up my phone, my arms will raise. My palms are always sweating. And of course, I convinced myself that silence was better than rejection. And even if I had called, I hoped that they wouldn't pick. Fear will whisper to me, what if it's not today? What if they don't want to hear from you? Or what if you are not a good caller? This hesitation was fear speaking louder than my faith. And usually when I pick up my phone, my heart will raise. My palms are sweaty. I'd walk around the room. I'd repeat the cycle over and over again. But deep down, I knew that this call mattered. It wasn't about my words. It was about my actions. It was about my courage. Finally, with a trembling hand, I picked up the phone. My voice shook. My words tumbled and mumbled against each other. But to my surprise, the person at the other end did not hear my fears. They heard my courage. They heard my effort. They heard my sincerity. And this effort opened doors to opportunities. They opened doors to friendship I never knew I needed. And of course, to lessons that have stayed with me ever since. Here's the thing I learned. Fear. Fear is usually loud before you act. But the moment you act, they become quiet. Anticipation is worse than reality. The moment you step into courage, fear shrinks. Remember this word, 2 Timothy 1:9. For God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of love and of sound mind. Anxiety and hesitations are not your inheritance. Clarity, structure, and boldness is what God has given to you. Looking back, I look at how dramatic I was. It was just a phone call, I said. Just a phone call. But at that moment, it felt like I was facing a dragon. I don't know if you have been here when small steps feels very huge and mighty. Trying to make a phone call, trying to complete an assignment, or just starting a conversation. Remember, fear is not your inheritance. The call I almost did not make, very simple, taught me a powerful lesson. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing it while being afraid. Courage is picking up your phone even when your hands trembles. Courage is picking up even when your voice trembles. Courage is trusting in the Lord even in your weaknesses. Remember, the moment you step into courage, fear shrinks. And who knows, this might be a changing moment for your life. Remember the word of the scripture, Joshua 1:7. Do not be discouraged and do not be afraid, for God is with you in all your journey. God is with you in your hesitations and fear. God is with you when you're making your decision. God is with you in your outcome. Remember that when you're courageous, you give other people the ability to be courageous. Do not underestimate the power of one moment, one action, and one step. The world does not change with giant leap. It changes with small steps taken with courage. So stand up today, step into courage, live into courage, because the call you almost don't make might be the one to change your destiny.